Welcome to the Journey's End Refugee Services Employment Orientation. Today, we will be talking about finances and employment. Your Journey's End Employment Specialist will help you gain the skills and knowledge you need to adjust to new life in the United States. The United States provide equal opportunity to everyone, regardless of their gender, religion, sexual orientation, or ethnicity. If you have refugee status, you are eligible to work in the United States. If you have another type of status, you should ask your employment specialist about your specific case. Your employment specialist will help you become self-sufficient, which means you will make enough income to pay for your monthly bills, as well as food and daily needs of your family without relying on public assistance. Working at a job will always provide more money for your family than cash assistance will. This presentation will give you an overview of how to budget your money and how to manage your expenses. Your case manager will refer you to the Journey's End Employment Program. You will meet with a member of the employment team to develop a job search plan and to pursue any training you may need. What do you think are the benefits of working in the United States? We'll discuss on the next slide. Some of the benefits of working in the United States are 1. The ability to pay your own expenses and save money for the future. 2. You can become a part of the Buffalo community and meet new people. 3. You can learn to speak English and get lots of practice speaking with your coworkers every day. 4. You can begin a career path. You may not start working in your dream job right away, but you will establish a work history in the United States. Your first job will likely be the first step and will lead to other opportunities with better pay and/or more satisfying work. 5. You can establish financial credit so that when you need a loan to buy a car or a house, the bank will loan you money. With savings and financial credit, you can start achieving your long-term goals, like buying a car, home ownership, going to college, or retiring. What is a budget? A budget is an estimation of revenue, which is the money you earn, and expenses, which is the money you spend. Your typical budget will include all the bills that you have to pay regularly. This may include your monthly rent payment for your housing, your electric bill that you will pay to run your lights and appliances in your apartment, your monthly gas bill, which will be paid to run your heating or your stove, your transportation costs, which can include a bus pass or car expenses like gas or insurance, your IOM loan payments, your phone bill. Your budget may also take into account other costs like groceries, clothing, medical expenses, and money for things like entertainment and travel. We recommend that you use a calendar or an app on your phone to keep track of when your bills are due to be paid. As new arrivals, you will receive public cash assistance to help pay these bills until you are able to start working. Our sample budget on this slide gives a good example of typical expenses you will have to pay. On the left, you will see the bill, and the right is the expected cost. You can see the total expenses cost in bold, totaling $920 due each month. Completing a budget form like this will help you understand your monthly budget. This budget shows typical expenses for a single person. You should be aware that some stores are more expensive than others. For example, Wegmans may be more expensive than shopping for groceries at Save-A-Lot or Gershio's on Grant Street. You will want to find the most affordable store near where you live. The minimum wage required by law in New York State in 2022 is $13.20 per hour. A full-time minimum wage job will pay almost $2,300 per month before taxes are removed. The actual take-home amount will be less. Many minimum wage workers still qualify for some public benefits like food stamps. In the United States, most people keep their money in the bank. Your case manager or employment specialist will help you open a bank account. You want to open a bank account rather than keeping large amounts of cash in your home where it can be stolen. Your money will be safer in the bank. You want to sign up for a bank account with no fees. The bank will give you an account number that identifies your account, and you will have access to your money with the account number. It is best practice to set up direct deposit with your employer. You will give your employer your bank account number, and the employer will deposit your paycheck directly into your bank account on payday. Then you can use your bank card at an ATM cash machine or go inside the bank and withdraw cash from your account. Or you can use your bank card, which is also called a debit card, at the store or online. Welfare is government assistance to support those who are in need. It includes a broad range of services, including cash assistance, food stamps, public housing assistance, Medicaid, which is medical insurance, and unemployment benefits if you lose your job. There will be a limited amount available to you depending on your family size, income level, marital status, and employment status. There are also benefits available for the elderly and people with disabilities. Your case manager will help you apply for these types of assistance. When you begin working and earning money, your cash assistance and food stamps allowance will decrease. However, you will always make more money when you work than you will ever receive through cash assistance. The Journey's End Employment Department is here to reduce your need for welfare by helping you earn more income through employment. Welfare is distributed through the government agency called the Department of Social Services, which is also called DSS. Journey's End does not distribute public assistance or food stamps, but we can help you apply for them and can help you navigate DSS. The U.S. government uses taxpayer money to provide cash assistance for those without income. Residents with low or no income may be eligible for cash assistance. Assistance is almost always less than you would earn if you were working. Everyone receiving assistance who is able to work is required to look for and find work as soon as possible. There are rules you must follow when receiving public assistance. If you do not follow the rules, your welfare benefits can be suspended. These are the basic rules. You must attend all of your scheduled Department of Social Services appointments. If you get a letter in the mail from DSS that you do not understand, ask your Journey's End case manager or employment specialist for help so that you don't miss any appointments. You must maintain communication with your DSS caseworker. DSS requires you to accept any job that is offered to you. If you reject a job, you may lose your benefits. If you are able to work, you may be assigned to a workfare job by DSS to maintain your cash benefits. When you start any job, you must notify DSS of your change in income. If you collect welfare while you are working a job without telling DSS that your income has changed, you would be committing a crime called welfare fraud because you will be receiving benefits that you are not entitled to. This is punishable by fines, restitution, and loss of future welfare eligibility. If you need more information on welfare, talk to your welfare social worker at the Department of Social Services or ask your Journey's End case manager for help. Now we will talk about finding your first job in the United States. Journey's End Refugee Services has employment specialists who are dedicated to finding jobs for new arrivals and other clients up to 5 years after arrival. You will work with one employment specialist who will help you find a job. There are a few important things you should know. Your first job will probably not be your last job or even the same type of job that you had at home. Through hard work, most employees will move on to better jobs and higher wages than they earn in their first jobs. Welfare will not increase the amount of money you receive. In nearly all jobs in the U.S., you will work with both men and women. You are highly encouraged to accept any job offered to you if you are physically able to do so that you do not lose all of your benefits. You may need to work part-time or work evening or overnight shifts. You may need to ride the bus a long distance. Your ability to read, write, and speak English will have a big impact on what jobs are available to you. Entry-level office jobs, such as data entry jobs, are available. Nearly all of these jobs require applicants to pass a grammar test and demonstrate computer skills. Several factories frequently hire refugees who have very limited English to assemble and package products such as chocolate bars, packages of coffee, or cleaning sponges. These jobs require that you be able to stand on your feet while working and lift boxes of the product. Limited English speakers can also find jobs in hotels, restaurants, manufacturing, or production. Should you wait for Journey's End to find a job for you? The answer is no. Journey's End Employment Specialists will help you search for a job, but you should not wait for them to hand you a job. They will be partners in your success, but you must be an active participant. Job searching begins today for everyone. Beyond our employment specialist support, we encourage you to do the following. Ask friends and relatives who live nearby where they work and how they found their job. Stop into businesses that post signs that say "Help Wanted." Ask the business for a job application, and if you need help, your employment specialist will assist you to complete it. Search for jobs online. Be sure your voicemail is activated on your phone in case an employer or your employment specialist calls you. Keep practicing English. Your employment specialist will also look for jobs on your behalf. They may schedule an interview for you and help you apply for jobs, or they may find a job for you and assist you on your first day. Your employment specialist can help you solve any problems that might keep you from getting a job, like finding childcare. They can help you keep your job if you already have one. If you have trouble at work, you can talk to your employment specialist and they will help you. If you lose your job and need help finding a new one, your employment specialist can help you for the first 5 years that you are in the United States. Now we are going to talk about the expectations of employers in the United States and how to keep a job. You should try to keep your first job for 3 to 12 months to build a work history in the United States. Your responsibilities as an employee are listed on this slide. You should show up to work on time and take breaks only when that time is determined by the supervisor. You should not use your cell phone while you are working. You should wait for break time. You should call or text your employer if you are sick or running late and give them as much notice as you can. You should give advance notice when you need days off. Your employer will have a process for requesting time off, and you should follow that process. You should try to schedule appointments for when you are not scheduled to work. You should dress appropriately for your job and wear appropriate uniforms, gloves, hats, or safety gear like steel-toed boots. You should follow COVID-19 safety guidelines at work. In Buffalo, snow or cold weather is usually not an acceptable reason to stay home from work. You should dress appropriately and allow extra time for travel. A good attitude is as important as work skills. Employees have many rights in the United States. You have a right to a workplace that is free from harassment, both verbal and physical. You have a right to a 30 or 60-minute lunch break if you work more than 6 hours. You will typically get 2 10 to 15-minute breaks in the morning or afternoon if you work 8 hours. You have the right to a safe work environment. You must be paid for all the time you work. The minimum wage for this part of New York State is $13.20 per hour. There are very few exceptions to this rule. Federal and New York state law require all workers to file taxes annually. By the end of January each year, you will receive a W-2 form from each employer that you worked for in the past calendar year. Your W-2 form will tell you how much money you earned from the employer and how much money was withheld from your paycheck and given to the government toward your tax bill. You must file your taxes by April 15th for the previous year. If you overpaid your taxes, you will be entitled to a refund. If you underpaid your taxes, you will have to pay. There are several community groups that will help you file your taxes for free. Contact your employment specialist for suggestions. Journey's End has a list of free tax services. Please be aware of certain providers. Some businesses that charge for this service also offer very high interest loans on refunds. These are often called payday loans. These loans should be avoided. Many people in the U.S. work jobs while attending school so they can move into a better job when they graduate or improve their skills. English as a second language classes will help you learn the language you need to work. While you are waiting to find a job, you should attend class every day. When you find a job, you should try to keep attending. If your job conflicts with your ESL class, ask your employment specialists about other ESL programs in Buffalo. If you speak a high level of English and would like to pursue a high school equivalency diploma in the United States, Journey's End has an HSE, or High School Equivalency Program, that will help students who wish to pursue a college education get their high school diploma first. There are other agencies in Buffalo that also teach these classes that may align better with your work schedule. If your English is strong enough to pass a written exam and you have a diploma or college degree from your home country, you may be able to get a great first job that matches your experience. If you have any questions about what you just learned, please ask your employment specialist or call Journey's End to be connected with the employment department. Thank you for listening to this presentation.